Aside from being an incredible movie, Inside Out 2 is packed with subtle details and Easter eggs that make it even more brilliant. For instance, did you know that several elements from the first film reappear in the sequel? In our first video, we talked about how Pixar humorously addressed Riley's old clothes no longer fitting her, like her multicolored t-shirt from the original movie. That got us paying closer attention, and we discovered even more fascinating Easter eggs. Let's dive into the hidden gems of Inside Out 2. Lilac Tshirt, a nostalgic throwback. In one scene, Riley turns off her lamp and goes to sleep wearing a lilac t-shirt with Brang written on it. What you probably didn't notice is that this same t-shirt appeared in the first film. It was the exact one Riley's dad wore the day they arrived at their new home in San Francisco. This subtle callback is one of the most hidden details in the movie, and it's a delightful nod to the original. Mug, a dreamy connection. One of the coolest aspects of the first Inside Out was Riley's mind and its relationship with her dreams, particularly how they were created in dream productions. While we don't revisit that place in the sequel, there's a subtle Easter egg that takes us back. When the old emotions gather to watch one of Riley's pleasant memories, Fear is seen holding a coffee mug with the Dream Productions logo on it. This is a fun callback to the mug he used while supervising Riley's dreams in the first film. It's not just an Easter egg, it's also a nice evolution for Fear's character. Fear Ball, Pixar's signature Easter egg. Of course, Pixar's famous ball couldn't be missing from Inside Out 2, though this one was tricky to spot. During Riley's Mind's Career Day parade, if you look behind the hidden curtains, you'll find the iconic ball that appears in the vast majority of Pixar's productions. It's a small but delightful nod to the studio's tradition. Anger's cement block pillow, a perfect fit. In this sequel, we get to see where the emotions sleep when Riley is asleep. One of the funniest details is that Anger's pillow is actually a cement block, which suits him perfectly since the character was originally inspired by a brick. Above his sleeping spot, there's also a speed bag, like the ones boxers use for training. And, of course, there's a fire sprinkler and a fire extinguisher nearby, because Anger is, after all, a walking flamethrower. Even his blanket is fireproof. Talk about attention to detail. Joy's decor, a mirror of Riley's room. Looking at where Joy sleeps, we notice her decor is very similar to Riley's room. This raises the question, did Joy influence Riley's room design? Or did Joy copy Riley's style? It's a cool detail that adds another layer to their connection. Fear's safety rails, cautious as ever. Fear, being the most cautious of the emotions, has safety rails on the side of his bed, like those used on kids' beds when they transition from a crib. He even has a teddy bear for comfort. It's a small but endearing detail that fits his character perfectly. Different minds, different styles. It's becoming more evident that Riley's mind is very different from everyone else's. In our first Easter eggs video, we discussed how each mind has unique details that set them apart. For example, Riley's friends, Bree and Grace, have minds with distinct color palettes. Bree's emotions lean toward purple, while Grace's are more focused on green. Riley's mind, however, remains truly unique. Spinny Pizzas, a tribute to Sesame Street. When Riley and her new hockey team friends order pizza, they do so at a place called Spinny Pizzas. To younger viewers, this might just seem like a random name, but to Inside Out director Kelsey Mann, it's a tribute to his favorite childhood show, Sesame Street. Specifically, it's a nod to Carol Spinney, the performer who brought Big Bird to life for decades. Spinney passed away in 2019, and this Easter egg is a heartfelt homage to his legacy. Socks, a familiar feline. At one point in the movie, Riley pours milk for a small stray cat. If you've watched Disney's recent films, you might notice this cat bears a striking resemblance to Socks, the robotic assistant cat from the Buzz Lightyear movie. As we know with Pixar, there are no coincidences. Unicorn poster, a blast from the past. When Riley's mom goes into her room to get ready for hockey camp, a rainbow unicorn poster catches the eye. This is the same poster Joy, Sadness, and Bing Bong encountered in Riley's dream production studio in the first film. It's another fun callback that ties the two movies together. Imaginary boyfriend, still in the picture. In the first movie, we saw Riley's imaginary boyfriend machine create a mix of Justin Bieber and Harry Styles. While he doesn't appear directly in the sequel, there's a subtle nod to him in the anxiety control room. On one of the monitors, we see a representation of the famous distracted boyfriend meme, but in an anxiety-themed version. It seems Riley's taste in imaginary boyfriends hasn't changed much. Poog, a punchy pug. When Riley plays with Bree and Grace, we see the brave Lance Slabide introduced as a game character. However, he gets punched by another character named Poogu, a pug with boxing gloves. Grace, one of Riley's friends, likes Poog so much that she has the character printed on her sweatshirt. It's a fun detail that adds personality to the characters. Val Inspired by a revolutionary? Val Ortiz, Riley's new friend in the sequel, has a name that might be inspired by Valentina Ramirez, a Mexican revolutionary known as the Mexican Mulan. Given that Mulan is also a Disney princess, this theory has gained traction among fans. Whether intentional or not, it's a cool connection. Broccoli pizza, a lasting memory. One of the most memorable moments from the first movie is when Riley and her mom buy broccoli pizza after arriving in San Francisco. This moment seems to have left a lasting impression on Riley, as we see pizzas and broccoli separated in her mind during the sequel. It's a small but meaningful callback. Tea time, a play on words. At the end of the movie, when Joy convinces Anxiety to step back, we see Anxiety relaxing in her armchair with a cup of tea. Next to her is a box that reads Anxie Tea, a clever pun that ties into her name. It's a subtle but fun detail. Ilio, a glimpse into Pixar's next film. As with every Pixar movie, Inside Out 2 references the studio's next project. In this case, it's Ilio. When sadness returns to the control center, she brings back several memories, one of which is a representation of a moment from the Ilio trailer where the character is taken into space. Ralph, a tribute to a Pixar legend. When joy and the old emotions arrive at Anxiety's headquarters, the first designer to come up with a new idea sports a distinctive goatee. This is an internal homage to Ralph Eggleston, a Pixar designer who contributed to numerous projects, including the first Inside Out. Eggleston passed away in 2022, and this Easter egg is a touching tribute to his legacy. Stay curious. Those were all the references, details, and Easter eggs we've gathered for you today. If you want to keep having fun with us, click on one of the videos popping up on your screen. See you in the next one.